I was listening to the Bruce Lee biography, an audiobook of it, and there's lots of different controversies around how he died, and some people say there was like with a lover and it was a cover up to not release that information and whatnot. But one thing that really caught my attention was that I saw that Bruce had had his sweat glands removed, and when I was younger, I had a lot of issues of sweating, especially when I was in beginning of high school. I think just, hormones, glands, all this stuff going on. But really, more than anybody I'd ever seen in my life, like I would, soak through shirts. I could soak through sweatshirts. I'd be taking a test and get nervous, and, I'd completely soak my shirt. It would run down my arm, just destroy the test paper. And, I'd have to mop up my desk all the time. Kids would laugh at me, and it was kind of embarrassing. And so, I had some prescription strength antiperspirant, and at one point I was like, damn, this sucks. Like, I should just get my sweat glands removed. And I thought about it, and it was always kind of in the back of my mind, never did anything about it. But jump forward 20 years, my body calmed down a little bit, but I still sweat a lot. I mean, I am Dr. Sweat. Looking at the Bruce Lee biography and seeing that he had his sweat glands removed, and then that may have directly led to his death at, I think, the age of 32 or 33. He was editing a film in Taiwan in a shipping container, and as the story goes, he started to overheat and he didn't have the ability to sweat, so he was suffering from heat exhaustion and didn't know exactly what it was, so he just thought he was feeling bad, and he did what I would do in the situation, which is eat a gram of hash. And after that, he started feeling even worse after that, because hash can't fix heat exhaustion. And so, at least not while you're still in the heat. And so he ends up, dying in this situation. And it just made me think, like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, well, I shouldn't get my sweat glands removed, because obviously, like, maybe I just run hot and that's my system's, way of cooling itself off. I'm assuming Bruce ran hot, probably even hotter than me, but, probably hotter than everybody. Another quote that always stood out from Bruce, there's the stuff about water and whatnot, but there's one where he said, train every muscle in your body every day. And, there's lots of theories about how much to train and what overtraining is, and, how stupid the everyday club is and whatnot. But maybe the point isn't so much train every muscle in your body every day, just train every muscle in your body to an optimal level. Your body has a lot of muscles in it. There's, hundreds of them. I should probably find out the actual number of muscles if I'm going to start talking about the body. But anyways, as a noob to physiology, we got some muscles in our bodies. And what we need to do, so we got some muscles. We know we need to train them optimally. There's different debates about how much is the optimal amount. But, you can get endlessly lost in this. You can do your PhD in this amount of research. And then you still would be fighting with all the other PhDs out there who came to different conclusions. And in their conclusions based on the information that they saw. Some of them are idiots, and so they're going to come to bad conclusions no matter how good their information is. But, there are differing opinions, and there has been different results from different research. So without anything concrete, I'll just stop talking about that too. Bruce said train every muscle in your body every day. And if we're training every muscle in our body to be optimally strong to serve us as being a healthy, happy organism, which I believe is the goal, we could get lost. I mean, there's hundreds of muscles, hundreds of different movements, hundreds of different strategies for maybe thousands for how to go about doing that. And I think in the end, the goal is let's not overcomplicate it. Like, what we're looking to do here is we're trying to simplify things as much as possible. Today's a rest day for me, but even so, as I wake up, as part of my normal routine, one of the first things I write in my notebook is exercise. I'm just going to go through the 7, and feel free to join me. Actually, no, the first thing on the list is squat. Now, I've got a torn hamstring, and I've got a broken foot. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm going to do 3 sets of 12. Next, push-ups. Make sure your body's straight, flat. Try to make your back and legs as straight as you can. Come down, your arms or your elbows at a 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock position. Imagine that there's a straight line that goes between the center of your wrists and That line should intersect around where your sports bra would be if you were wearing one. So we come down, go as low as you want if you're using grips, but otherwise just to the floor. Your chest should touch first before any other part of your body. Back up and down. Up, keep it straight. Remember to breathe, because I always don't. I start off with my squat. Other thing for lower body next would be lunges. You can stand on something for an elevated lunge, back lunge if you want, but you don't have to. Some days we'll do forward lunges, other days we'll do side lunges. Today, back lunges. So keep one foot planted, raise the other foot, float it back. About 3 seconds on the way down, lean over that front leg. Knee can come over the toe, chest can be over the knee. It's okay for your stomach to touch your leg there. Bring it back up. Now, straight leg, come back down and up. Down and up. Really work on floating back. Float and up. Do not need to touch the foot back to the ground when it comes up. You can just keep it up there. And then reach back again and float back and down. And then up and back, up. Now on my right side, I've got pain from the hamstring tear and the fact that my foot hurts when I try to bend the toes like that. So I just do the best I can. Down, up. I'm not doing this with crazy weight. I'm not doing it with any weight. Down, up. Float the leg back. That's the goal. How long can you keep it up off the ground? And then come down to the knee. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Try to keep your feet like under your shoulders. Right foot under right shoulder. Left foot still aligned like train tracks under your left shoulder, rather than having them in a straight line in order to preserve balance. Try to keep your torso up and big. It's okay to lean forward, but just keep it extended. Don't hunch over. And down and up. I'll do some more pulls. I think 6 is probably sufficient. We've done a squat, a push, a lunge, a pull. Let's mix it up a little bit with some jump. Both feet hurting because I hadn't run for a long time. I had a plate taken out of my I had a plate taken out of my left foot, and the surgical site got infected after that. So it's been really painful. Haven't been doing a lot of running. Even before that, like it had been quite a bit because, anyways, here we go. So practice the running man a little bit. So we're here. 1 and 2 and 4. And here's a little bit of lateral hopping too. Just keep things mixed up You jump rope, but you also got to go side to side. Maybe run in place a little bit. It'd be nice to be able to jump rope while doing this. I'll probably be able to someday, but right now I'll just pretend I can. Whew. All right. We're going to do our crunch, which in this case is going to be holding on to the bar and doing leg raises for now. So you don't need a lot of equipment or a lot of space. Sometimes some weights are helpful, but you don't need them. Some bars are helpful. A pull-up bar is helpful, or something to hang from. When I broke my foot, I was stuck. So I snapped my foot completely in half. My toe touched my heel, and I ended up with 5 fractures across the top of the foot, and it's called a loose frank dislocation, where the arch kind of separates from the rest of the foot. So I got a metal plate installed, and I knew I was going to be in bed for a while. I knew I wasn't going to be walking or running or doing anything for a number of months. And the very first thing I did is I was like, Dad, could you please install a pull-up bar in my bedroom closet? And that way I could make it to the bathroom, and then across from the bathroom is my sink, and then my closet, and I could just go and hang. I could do pull-ups, and it was just the greatest thing he could have done. And so it was probably some of the best physical condition I've ever been in my life, is because I was like just doing pull-ups all the time. So, that's, and it works. Like, I'm kind of fat right now, but whatever. I'm just going to attach this here. I'll borrow this from Judd Leanhard and be like, all right, Judd, something kind of like that at least. I don't know if it's exactly a Judd move, but pulling the band with one hand as far as I can, and when I can't go any farther, then I'm going to assist with the other hand, and this is going to be my twist for the day. And it's twist, hop, crunch, jump. No, I already got that's the jump. Sorry, here. There's only 7 of them. How come I can't remember? Let's try it again. All right, we got great for spinal decompression, great for core, great for everything. And pull as far as you can. When you can't get farther, support with the second and push through. And push. And push. And push. All right, so those are the 7 basic movements, and there's infinite variety of those, but those are the things that in some format, if you do every day, you're going to be targeting the major muscle groups and the way that they kind of interact. So if you do these things, you're not only targeting the major muscle groups of your body, but you're also kind of working at the way that they interact together. So on top of this, of course, cardio is going to be important. We'll talk about nutrition in the future, what to eat, what supplements to take. Maybe you don't even need any supplements, but if you're going to be taking them, at least take the right ones. Now, these are the prerequisites. The prerequisites for participating in the practice of Zen are going to be basically being strong enough to withstand any of it. And to withstand, what I mean by strong is you have to have a balanced enough life, a balanced enough system in place so that when things get hairy that you don't just die instantly or go kill yourself or